All right, welcome back everybody. Well, this week is going to be an exercise in arpeggios. So we're going to take on Because by the Beatles, Lennon-McCartney, but really it's a John Lennon. And I recently just heard the isolated guitar track of John's guitar on this song, and it had a couple things on there that I don't think I had quite right all these years. So I'm going to take you through all the intricate parts of John's arpeggio work on the song Because, where these chord positions are, I believe. All in standard tuning and no capo needed. All pretty simple shapes, actually. So I'll take you through all of that. Okay, and if this is the kind of thing that you like and you haven't done so already, I invite you to jump down and click subscribe and ring the bell. The bell will let you know when I drop new content, which I do every single week. All my lessons have chapters in them, so you can jump right to the part of the lesson that you want to see and bypass what you don't. And if you're looking for other ways to support the channel, I appreciate that. There's thanks, which is just like throwing a tip in the tip jar. Or you can join my Patreon page where I've got chord charts and tabs for all the lessons that I do on YouTube, just like this one. Links in the description, so check it out. Okay, so this is Because, and the guitar work is played here by John, and it's on his Epiphone Casino, as best I could tell. So just linking here, by the way, for reference, or here, is the isolated guitar track that he has on there. And very interesting. The thing I learned about it right off the bat was I thought the guitar always played note for note the same thing as the Moog synthesizer that was going on it, and actually it doesn't. They actually deviate in a couple places, and it changes and simplifies the guitar actually a little bit, which is great. So, okay, so let's get right into it. So in terms of tone, like I said, he's on his Epiphone Casino bridge pickup. I've got my tone rolled down, and I got my volume pulled down a little bit too. And all details about my signal chain is all going to be below in the description if you're interested. But it does have some kind of a room mic sound to it. It's not quite a slap back, but when you listen to the recording, it's like there's, I don't know if it's artificial double tracking or if it's just another room mic, but it's a very alive sounding tone that he gets on it. So I've got tiny little echo kind of thing going on here to try and approximate that. But okay, let's get into it. Enough talking. So the chords themselves are actually not all that difficult. Well, let's take you through it. So I'm just it's gonna be difficult to describe the sort of picking pattern on here, and I believe he's using a flat pick on here. So let's just go through this together. So the first chord is a C sharp minor, and the arpeggio is going to pick starting from the 5th string. It's going to go down and back. So 5 4 3 2 3 4, and in fact, the first notes that you hear are actually not guitar at all. It's just the harpsichord. And on the record, if John's playing along with it on guitar, it's not faded into the mix until a little bit later. But I'm just going to start the song from C sharp minor, okay? As if it's on guitar, right? So. And you're going to take your pinky, put it on your E note here. Right? Again. Okay, so that's the first sort of figure. It's a C sharp minor sort of scaled thing, but you're really just arpeggiating the chord, and you're adding on, you're picking up your pinky up on that E note on 7th fret, 5th string as the turnaround. Okay, then the next chord shape is going to be this one. And I had always learned that it was the same thing as the keyboard, which is this chord, which is a little bit of a more of a stretch and sounds epic if you do it on guitar. But actually what John's doing is this. And then you're going to do that little pinky trick on the 5th fret again. I mean, not the 5th fret, the 5th string, 7th fret. Leaving your index finger where you were on that last chord, right? So you're going to come up here. And we're going to resolve that to an A flat major chord. And you're going to actually pick the root note first, skip the 5th string, and go up to the 4th string. And you do your up and back. Then you're going to come back to your 5th string. So let me do that part again. Up a fret to A major. So the same sort of picking that we did on the A flat. Back to our C sharp minor. Whoops. Now we're going to do an A dominant 7. And we're going to slide our pinky down to the 6th of the chord. Okay, so let's go through that whole thing one more time. Super pretty, super pretty. And then the last 2 chords are a D major, which you're going to play in this position, believe it or not. And then the last chord is going to be the same chord. It's a, I don't even know what it is. It's like it's based off an E7, but it has a sharp, it has an F up top, and it's the same chord that is in George Harrison's song, I Want to Tell You. So he has that, what is that dissonant chord? I can wait forever, I got time. So that chord is the next chord here. I've heard George Harrison reference that. Not that I heard it over dinner. I didn't speak with the man, but I've read that he said it was the same chord. Yeah, so anyway, we're going to get to that in just a sec. So next chord is a D, D major. And then here it is, open D string, first on G, 3rd on B string, and then you're going to have you're going to lay your finger down across the 1st fret. Actually, let me start there. Let's start that chord over. You're going to lay your finger straight across on the 1st fret on the first 3 strings, okay, 1 through 3. You're going to put your pinky on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and you're going to leaves your middle finger free to drop it on the 2nd fret on the E string, because you're going to hit that and then you're going to pull it off. But it's easy because it makes it easy because you can fret it barring your finger straight across on the D. And then you're just sliding it down 1 and adding your pinky and doing that little pull off. So let's run through all of this together now. Root, root, now our D shape. All right. So it runs through that and repeats it. And after the second time it comes through, it's going to go to a bridge section, which is the chord is an F sharp major. And it's going to go up to a flat dominant 7. That's all it is. But the way that you pick it is you're actually going to start on your 5th string when you get to that F sharp major chord. So you're going to do, this is going to come in after your turnaround here. Right, so the first note that you're hitting is that 5th string and you're going back and forth. Then we're going to slide up. Yeah, that was very cool. I didn't hear that before until you listened to the isolated track, or I couldn't pick that out. I choked a couple of those notes, but when you get back up to that A flat 7, you've got your pinky thing going on here on the E note, and then you just pick the chord all the way across to the 7th. Sorry, you skipped the 5th string all the way to the 1st string. So one more time taking that through. Back again. So yeah, so those are the chord positions on this. I was so grateful to hear that isolated guitar to sort of pick that out. That's that part and this part. You can hear the string change. I always thought it was up here. You know, I thought it was, which I think is what the Moog does, but nope, it's just this. And that's how the song ends. All right, well, that was Because by the Beatles off of Abbey Road in 1969, year I was born. So I hope you learned something new today. If you like what you saw and you haven't done so yet, jump down and subscribe, ring the bell. The bell will let you know when I drop new content. I do that every week. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this one, and if there's another song you want me to take on and do something similar, let me know that too. But until next week, take care, everybody.